New Thought Media Network is pleased to present Treasures from the TAO, live on Tuesdays at noon Mountain Time with Reverend Jody Hill-Stevenson. Join us as Reverend Jody shares wisdoms, inspirations, and treasures from the TAO every Tuesday here on the New Thought Media Network. And here is Reverend Jody.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to one of my favorite 15 minutes of my week. I'm always so happy to be here with you. So it's February, and I thought it would be a perfect month to talk about the perfect quality of God, which is love. And boy, it is such an interesting pondering. I have loved speaking about love for the last 33 years in my ministry. The truth is, scientists have studied it for understanding. Poets have written beautiful words about it. Psychologists have used it for healing. Clergy has spoken about it for eons. Songs have been sung since the beginning of time about it. And just about every profession has tried to define and put into a box the concept of love. So, what is it? How do we define it? Why do we even want to define it? And why do we want it in our own lives? And how do we know when we have it? So, in truth, fortunately, love can never be defined. Isn't that fun? It can never be defined. From the world of linguistics, it's my favorite definition of love or understanding of love. Love is what's called a nominalization. And a nominalization is a concept that is so big that you can't put it in a box or a wheelbarrow. And you can't with love. It's a concept that is so big. Dr. Leo Buscaglia, who was a great professor and taught about love, one of the first people to teach about love or to share about love, he once wrote, "Real love is a very human phenomenon." I love that. There are two primary experiences of love. One is love between a soul and another soul, like two people, a person and an animal, a person and a place. Like, for instance, I love living in Colorado. It's my soul land. And I've lived in many different places around the world and I've loved it, but I love this. So the other is the absolute knowing that the divine is having its being in and through and all around each and every one of us. Let's take a look for a moment at human love. So I have been a multi-faith wedding officiant for 33 years now. And I take a broad humanitarian approach to love with my couples. And when I work with them on their relationships, I define love as the creative use of the divine's ever expanding energy. And a relationship is the coming together of two people who want to co-create a life of love together. And it is a co-creative process. At its deepest level, and I get preachy about this, love is a verb. The behavior of love overrides the verbal expression of love. I hear this all the time in my office. Two people will come in and one of them feels hurt by the other person and the first person will go, "Well, I didn't intend that." And my comment to that is always, your impact is more powerful than your intentions. So our behavior speaks more and louder than our words. Always, the guardians of human love are trust and respect. A person feels loved because of the behaviors of the people around them, or they feel unloved. So, what are your beliefs about love? I wish I could go meet you at Starbucks and have a latte with every one of you. And what's your definition of love? What are your beliefs about love? How do you know when you are being loving? How do you know when you are being loved? How do you know when you're being lovable? What does the phrase, I am loved, loving, and lovable mean to you? It's been said from the world of psychology and spirituality that the phrase, I love you, what we're really saying is, I love who I am when I'm with you. One of the things when I used to lecture on this, I used to ask my audiences, is it easier to love or to be loved? Pondering. Ask yourself that. So I feel so strongly about the subject of love and that it is actually a verb that I spend a fair amount of time in my wedding ceremony talking about this. I just want to read to you the following excerpt, just a part of my wedding script. So the bride and groom are right in front of me, and the audience is way out in front. And I say, true marriage is love made visible day by day. You enter into marriage happily and also thoughtfully, longing to deepen your understanding of love's mystery as well as love's ecstasy. The mystery as you strive for your individual goals and yet share your dreams. The mystery as you express your own unique, wonderful talents and yet share a common life purpose. I go on to say, love seems to have its ups and its downs in our lives. And this is because our awareness of love varies. But love, although it can be hidden, it can never be lost. Your relationship unfolds as an adventure with ups and downs, and yes, hopefully along the way, some disagreements. You change as you grow, and at these times of change, you each have a choice. Day by day, you choose whether or not to help your love deepen and your relationship grow. Loving each other is a decision. It is a choice you are making. By a mutual commitment of loving each other day by day, and by deciding to work daily toward creating an atmosphere of trust, consideration, and respect, and by a daily willingness to face the tension that underlies human life, you can make your partnership come alive. So love is a decision. It's a choice. It's a verb. It's an action. One of the major miracles about the human phenomenon of love is that you can only give away that which you have. And if you don't have self-love, you cannot give it away. I'm not talking theory on this one. This one I know. Or perhaps even a better way of saying this is we're sharing our love. We're not giving away anything, because as we share, we don't give love away and then we're empty. It's eternally flowing through us. We share love. And the real miracle is that we can never, ever, ever run out of love in our lives. We can never be empty of giving and sharing. We don't lose anything when we extend love, when we welcome love into our lives. We don't lose anything as we share. So to close, I want to give you and leave you with the brilliance of Dr. Ernest Holmes, who on a universal level said about love, love is the soul, and notice SOLE, the number one impulse for creation. And the person who does not have it as the greatest incentive in his or her life has never developed the real creative instinct. No one, I love this. No one can swing out into the universal without love, for the whole universe is based upon it. So this week, go out and love. Go out and open the door for someone. Go out and help somebody who's in the parking lot with a lot of groceries. Go tell your children how much you love them. Go kiss your four-leggeds. I'm without a four-legged now, so I'm telling everyone, kiss your four-leggeds. Please wear your mask. Love the one in the mirror. I look forward to seeing you next week, and we'll have fun throughout the month talking about love. Thanks for being here.